Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance Division 1. We are live at 9 o'clock. It's 9:01 now, but you will hear two co-commentators tonight with us. It's going to be absolutely superb. We've got a real-life human being with me today, and we've also got my dishwasher on in the background, so you might hear some lovely sounds coming from both of these people. It is Swempy times indeed, as Mike Savage says. Good evening, Mike. I also noticed Chris Thacker was extremely early tonight on the chat. Welcome, Chris. I imagine you'll be looking for some success tonight. And the Wolfman is on, Andrew Richards. Wolfie is here with us tonight. And Alf, excellent. Alf is around, hopefully to provide us with some entertainment. I know he wants his game on early tonight, and I'm happy to put that on for you there, Alf. As long as it's not another ghost game. And I am joined on co-commentary tonight by the person who I tried to get his name right, and I've been wrong all this time. His name is David Quasture. Good evening, David. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, thanks. Also, everyone.
Are you looking forward to a lovely session of games today?
Yeah, definitely.
Superb. And we've got Ross on chat as well, the Dalgety Rangers manager. Pre-match, David and I have been just having a quick chat about what we kind of need to see tonight. And we need to see Dalgety Rangers getting beat for the sake of the league, but I mean,
Definitely.
it's pretty hard for them to get beat today. Well, not today, but in general by how they've started this season.
Stopping is Ruud van Nistelrooy, for one. He's got to be the player of the league by far.
Van Nistelrooy and Nikiforenko as a partnership is, well, they're not even up front together, but it's a superb partnership, isn't it? I mean, we take a look into here. Those two, the top players there. Big Noopy's in the chat. Good evening, Andrew. Hope you're doing well. In the goals, they're the top two. And in the assists, Van Nistelrooy's up there again. And yeah, it's an incredible start to the season from Van Nistelrooy, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. No one can come close to him at the minute.
No one can get close. Fortes to score. Those were the days. Fortes, who of course was 64 and playing in the Swemp last season, the Portuguese forward. If only he was still here. Ross, you're absolutely right. For your own sake, no, you don't want them to to lose, and it'll be great to see how things get on. We have got a full house of teams in for today. There was one that actually isn't submitted, but there's special consideration taken for the manager who's been in touch and has been struggling somewhat. I'm not going to go into which manager it is or anything, but we'll get started for today. But 100% jinxing Van Nistelrooy.
That's the plan.
Do you know, every time we click on him and say how good he is, he just proves it in the next match, so we shall see. But I mean, 18 goals for their goal difference at the moment. That is a superb start to the season. And down at the bottom end of the table, I mean, to say that no team has got worse than -9, it suggests that there's no team totally out of it.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick look at the fixtures for today. So, the game that's going to go on first, hopefully, for Alf's sake, will be Falaraki versus Team GB. We've got Allenson FC, who've been on a bit of a revival versus Really, who have moved their way up to second. Falaraki Team GB we talked about. Loco Calaveras versus Tyneside is. I mean, Tyneside haven't started particularly well, have they? And it's been a bit of a surprise.
No. But he's coming back a little bit.
Yeah, the team is competitive. Rude fan, I've got fat fingers. I'm gonna say that's quite a fat finger to travel from the N to the D. I've got to say, but yeah. Anyways, what we also got North Trafford versus the Old Age Ballers as well. Roundhay, Imagine Madrid. Your team Steelhawks up against Astana's Ajax, and Astana are very much a mixed bag, aren't they, this season?
Yeah, but he's been sticking with the same formation, so I've been testing it for a while. So I can get a win out of it.
Yes, yeah, same formation. Quite a changed lineup today that you might see on that one. And then we didn't mention.
Got a few injuries at the back.
Maybe he's just completely spoiled all your tests. But how have your tests been going this week? I'm sure I've seen something about this.
Yeah, it's been going all right.
Is it
Just he's
the
got
massive
problems with
goal
his
fest?
yeah, there was a lot of goals. We're at steps up, but I know when it goes live, it's always different.
Very much
You never get the
so.
same results.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, I've never tested my Mega Horse team, and I don't. Well, obviously, because spend so much time setting up this and playing the thing, so I've got to give my wife a bit of time at least, and then I have the Super League on top of that. But yeah, I just don't quite get the the time to test my squad. I mean, 7-2 the other day was quite a fun result, anyway.
The
Um,
hardest team I've had to test say was against Team GB.
oh yeah,
That took me 3 days to test save to get it right. And in the end, I changed it an hour before I sent you the tactic.
and then
It
just
was too hard.
and if we look back at the Team GB fixture up there, a 2-1 win, scraping it. And I think, was that
I went
mainly?
really defensive, very defensive.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of players in that defensive zone. Uh, and, I'm just reading a big new piece. Chelsea, he's saying at the moment. I mean, one of the things that was the most influential on this game was Rob Douglas, wasn't it, with his 5 as well, so he
Yeah.
helped you out. Yeah, it's going to be a massive match there. Dalgety Rangers versus Trumpton at the top of the table. I think if anyone can surprise Ross, Trumpton are probably that kind of side, because no
Definitely.
one knows how they're going to line up. It's a bit like Mike Savage
Thank
with his.
you, goalkeeper.
Yeah, you could play forever trying to second guess what they're going to do, and especially with Sprungfelt in Division 2 as well. Big question for you, David. Have you got the kettle on?
Oh yeah, it's been burning all day.
Ready for some action? Yeah, let's get started then. And we did say where we're going to go first. Oh, it's a Champions League final of Real Madrid versus Celtic, the game they all expected. We are definitely not going to this game first. We are going to go to Falaraki at home to Team GB. Trumpton beat me at home last season. Well, have to see how that goes today. Darren Anderton, he would like a new contract, so immediately we go in and do these. It's 25 grand a week. Anderton wants.
Nice.
I assume he's on it already. And Jason Wilcox, always squad rotation for everybody, unless they demand anything else. 1,200, what a difference. A change of formation today. Season going for 3 up front.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Gascoigne dropped.
Don't know about Phil Neville as DMC.
Last game in that position, he ended up with an 8. It was quite. I mean, I'd never play him there myself, but I mean, obviously Everton saw something that we didn't, and and Champinio's going for similar.
Nice. It's quite similar teams, really, aren't they? It's got similar players.
Yes, yes. This is England versus pretty much
Constant.
England, so
Yeah.
just a slightly different generation of the players. This should be a very very close matchup there. Anderton's medical bills and the difference. Yeah, he wants a bigger contract, and he also wants more paying out in insurance for his injuries. Yeah, Jim's here. Good evening, Jim. Hope you're going to be around. Hey, for later on. So contracts have been offered, and it's worth certainly. Paul Ince back in training. Comparing that to the Team GB side, Robbie Fowler wants a new contract. All right, so yeah, he's not unhappy for many reasons. 30 grand a week he wants there. Neil Lennon would also like a new contract. He wanted, but he would like a new contract. So let's see, 30 grand there. Oh, Alf is going to be shelling out some money there. His team, I don't know. Would you say this one's slightly more attacking, despite the fact the other team's got 3
Oh
up
yeah,
front?
definitely. Definitely. I like him Smith up front on his own.
Yes, he's actually been doing not so bad as I don't think.
Joe Cole is
Performance-wise,
AMC.
yep. Joe Cole there,
Yeah,
733 for the league is a good performance. Paul
3 goals.
Scholes, they're all performing fairly well. And Alf says that 6 Test matches have led him to believe 1-1 is going to be the score.
I fancy this one for the win.
Team GB to take an away victory.
Yeah.
And are you going to stick your neck out as to exactly what score we're going to look at?
I'm going to say 2-1.
2-1, brilliant. So predictions obviously can come in the chat there. Kim Runa Borgerson refereeing. Just to take a look at the teams for similarities here, we have a look down the lineups, and yeah, Gary Neville appears for both. Sol Campbell does as well, and that's actually it between the two starting lineups, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then substitutes and things. See, we've got a few more. Steve McManaman's around in both. Shearer. Yeah, and I think this is going to be an interesting one. Let's get it kicked off. So the early thing starts off with lots of nothing, and then the ball coming forward as Alan Smith. Oh, I mean, I started off with Douglas on the attack there. Smith and Giggs involved, and then another chance has been missed there. Shearer with a chance for Falaraki, and then back up the pitch. It's another header from Giggs this time. So the crosses seem to be coming in towards him rather than from him at this point. 28 minutes into the match, we've got Phil Neville's being brought down, and there's a goal for Shearer for Falaraki, making it 1-0. And I'm pretty sure that Phil Neville was influential in that goal. A yellow card for Campbell and one for Smith so far. And at this point, it's still Falaraki in charge of the goal scoring, but it looks quite even, really. Scholes with a chance, Gerrard with a miss, and it's half-time now. I mean, the difference is we've got 5 sixes for Team GB and 3 8s for Falaraki.
He's got to change something in half-time.
Yeah, Sal's not afraid to make changes. Yeah, not enough shots on target, certainly. But more shots. Falaraki just being that little bit more clinical. Yeah, I mean, let's take a quick look in. I know Alf will be in the chat there. And who do you think he's going to be withdrawing at this point?
I'm thinking Beckham, maybe.
Yeah, we're not getting much going in here from him, are we? And then
Smith's not had a shot in the first. I always think take the striker off.
If they're not shifting.
Shot at half time. Yeah, shifting.
You'd be
Shearer
yourself. Shearer for a goal. Barry Ferguson's had a quiet first half though, hasn't he, as well?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a few choices. I mean, are these players injured? Just in case Alf wants to know, Scholes isn't, and Joe Cole isn't either. No one else is going to be injured at that point. Shearer for Smith is the change that's going to be made there from Alf. The yellow card is one of those ones as well. Yes. Yeah, it's not like he's not an aggressive player. And yeah, I think you got Kieran Dyer's there on the bench. He could make an impact.
He's got the pace.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether he's making a second change. Pace of Kieran Dyer, certainly the acceleration, a bit of a change there. Beckham slower, but obviously a very good passer of the ball.
Maybe swap him with Ferguson.
Yeah, he could do. Could do now. Could do 60 minutes. Who knows? And must imagine I see Nick Barmby. No, Nicky Barmby is here. Here's Barmby. No others from Alf. And taking a look at Champinio's side there, Barmby has been playing. Just been quite quiet. Fowler has been the probably the more creative influence for Falaraki, which is quite strange.
Yeah. I mean, I'd stick with it.
Yeah.
It's going alright.
Yeah, Champinio does stick with things till 60 minutes at this point. So and he's decided for today. I'm pretty sure he's left it to me to decide on his subs as well. So that'll be interesting there. But he actually asked for Graham Symington to do it. Is this other Andrew as high as me or something? Says Wolfie. Not in the same way, I imagine. Chances as Cole with a chance to. I don't want to click in so early. It's the right time to sub it. It is actually 60 minutes now. The wrong side for Nick Barmby. I will go over to Team GB first. Have a look at there. Gerrard and Ferguson still on sixes, and condition-wise, Scholes. Actually Cole as well. Barry Ferguson. 3 of them starting to get a little bit tired, but I don't think they'll be too affected by that. You still expecting that same kind of thing of Ferguson off, maybe?
Yeah, you didn't look that good in the first half, to be honest. But I'd try Beckham there. Give Dyer the arrow on the right. See what happens. You McManaman.
there's a lot of choices, isn't there, for the right hand side? There are a lot of players who can come and work centrally, and high on life. Um, I'm just going to check the subs from Champion to check that they are actually Symington to make 2 subs of his choice on 60 minutes. So he'll be making the choice of substitute. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't keep going on to that voice. Are we seeing changes from Alf while he decides? We will go over to Falaraki. We'll have a quick look at see how they're doing. Saul Campbell obviously won't be withdrawn, but Nicky Barmby will, and I think Paul Ince is probably going to be maybe the other. Actually, he's not playing. Is he playing badly? No, He's playing. He's on a 7.
Playing good.
And he is a little bit tired. So Barmby, I don't know why I'm right clicking. Barmby off. Our left side option is Jason Wilcox, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jason Wilcox on a new contract offer, and then the forwards are performing reasonably well. I think
he's all right. I'm interested to see Sheringham to come on though.
We want to see him coming on there.
Yeah.
Fowler's being quite creative, so it'd be Ferdinand coming off there for Sheringham.
Yeah,
let's do that as a second change and leave Ince on. He's not injured, and
no.
Macca for Beckham. So Alf's Team GB choice there. McManaman for Beckham is going to be the change there, and I assume there's no more, but I will give him a few seconds. If you want to, as managers, to make sure that we don't miss any substitutes, if you want to put all your things onto one message, then that kind of works quite well. Just make it clear who it is, but then put it all on one message, and we can't miss it in one go. I suppose at that point there was a one on Monday night where a player had been sent off. He's making no more changes. That's fine. Player had been sent off, and someone came on to replace them, or it was injured. Yeah, someone came on to replace the injured player. Of course, can't get off if he's sent off, and then when we did, then they actually asked for a positional change, but it just came about 30 seconds after they'd made the other change. So just bang it all on one message, and it makes a bit more sense. Anyway, so half an hour to go into this one. Falaraki looking to extend their lead. Sheringham has come on. Played a bit for Grove last season in the other division. Sheringham's missed a chance there. Scholes with a miss as well. Shearer's making the difference at Team GB. He's looking like the strongest player. But Joe Cole has equalised. There we are, 1-1, says Alf at the start. Is it going to stay 1-1? It's looking interesting. It's end to end. Shearer blocked out there by a challenge, and then last few minutes, Fowler's just missed. And absolutely, Alf, you were perfectly right. 1-1 it is. Not bad at all. But the 2 Shearers, each team's one of their best players.
Definitely. Yeah, they came into it in the second half, definitely.
Yes. Yeah, look at that.
Falaraki being a strong team, but I think the subs made a change. They put pressure on Falaraki.
They did, and Falaraki didn't actually manage a shot on target in the second half, whereas Team GB managed 4.
Still wasting a lot of shots, Team GB.
Wasteful is probably one of those things. Alpha, if you got the lottery numbers, and Mike saying if it's dark outside, he finds it difficult to do anything productive work-wise. So that's probably, I'd probably agree with that, to be honest. Don't want to be at work in the dark. Saul Campbell, 7 challenges. Gary Neville, 5. They defended well. Yeah, defended well. Then we go over to their opposition. Saul Campbell, the challenge man again for both teams, 12 out of 15. Last night I saw 22 attempted tackles and only 8 successful. That's one of the strangest sets of challenges I've ever seen. But yeah, 12 out of 15, very, very good. And a decent end to the first match. Rob Douglas again with a 7. He's improving a bit. Should we leave this game for a bit later on, because it is 2 big teams? We'll get it on in a little bit. So we'll go over to Allenson versus Really. Holovko just wants a new challenge, doesn't he? So there's nothing to worry about there. And if we take a look at the Allenson team, who are on the up, same formation, changes that the 2 Yakubus have come in, and I think Alessandra is in as well at the back to replace Holovko.
It's not bad. I mean, I would have like you said earlier, sorry, last week, Del Piero playing in an MC role. I'd be interested to see what he did if he dropped in back. And maybe I see D'Alessandro sitting on his bench should be the one I'd want to be playing in at AMC.
Yeah, I think I was kind of in a similar position. Then we saw what Conticchio did, and he went and scored twice, didn't he, last game? I think.
Yeah, he's been playing well.
Yeah, with absolutely no stamina, he gives a good hour in a match there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew, you are right. It was yeah, it was Fogel with the really wasteful set of challenges yesterday. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see Yakubu up front. See will he manage to score a goal? But it's not like Alex Alves has been on fire either. That he's
I just
replaced.
find it hard to see. I find it hard seeing D'Alessandro on the bench though. He's just too good.
Too good to be a sub. But 6.57, he's getting going a bit. He's definitely on the
Yeah,
up, but
he's a match winner.
a natural winner. We shall see if he can make an impact from the bench a bit later on. And then for really are going to be unchanged here. So Mike Savage saying when a player wants a new challenge, does he mean a new club? I have a guy that I've played all over the pitch but still wants a new challenge. Yeah, it's a new club. It's a new experience of going somewhere else for his career. They quite often want to be transfer listed at that point. I know Montero is particularly someone who will do that kind of thing when I've seen him before. What do you do with a new challenge situation?
Sack him off.
Just get rid.
Yeah,
Yeah, put him on.
plenty of talent in that game, so be replaced.
Yeah, fair enough. I think in the Swemp sometimes you got to just take a bit of a hit that sometimes you will have to play those players. It is a shame that right at the beginning of the season they wanted a new challenge before the first game.
Yeah.
Put them in the reserves and
Oh,
find them
yeah.
every week. Ooh, brutal, but you're top of the league. Chris Bart Williams. Chris Bart Williams he's been doing that for quite a while, to be honest. So this team for really, the formation is back from last season that they were playing, and it seems to work.
Yeah, I quite like this. I'm not sure about the left and right running in. I don't really like to see that. But the midfield I quite like. Strong. Yeah, DMC. Hugh, I don't really like him, but he's a good player.
Yeah, he's got the goals without the performances. I think this season probably one way of describing it, but the attributes are obviously pretty strong, apart from determination.
But there's good gigs in the centre running. I don't know about that. I'd rather see him out on the wing. Van Nistelrooy does Van Nistelrooy things. Hasselbank would be interesting.
Yeah, Hasselbank this season he has scored, but that's 4 assists he's got so far. So
Yeah.
that's pretty good
Great
for.
passing from strikers on this in this league.
We are getting some assists, and this Van Nistelrooy has 4 assists to go alongside that other one with what's he got 7 or 8. So yeah, it's definitely looking like a season for the Van Nistelrooys. We get into this game predictions.
Oh, I'm gonna go draw 1-1.
1-1. Let's see what Alf says, and that'll be the score. If he's staying, that is for Alf, because I know he's struggling a bit with his back, so we need to try and get the games over as early as possible for him. Big Noopy saying it's going to be 3-1 to really against his side. He needs a big performance out of Jakob Glerup Nielsen, who has been playing very well this season. We'll see how he goes. Really to win by 3, says Ross. So we got a red card, and it's Yakubu. What a start!
What are you gonna do there? Del Piero's got to go top.
Quite possibly, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, striker wise on the
Sacrifice from the
bench,
DMC. That was waste, man.
all the manager can do is laugh. Oh wow. Yeah. Does he make that 5?
D'Alessandro, bring him on.
I wonder if he'll just go put an arrow on Del Piero and see how it goes. Who knows? Yeah, this is gonna be quite the challenge, isn't it? To see what to do with 88 minutes, well 89 minutes plus stoppage time. Del Piero up top. Do that. Is that all? An arrow on Conticchio.
DMC.
I'd probably just do that and go for it. But you know, we'll see what he says if he's ready to just get going with the game. That is cruel luck for a team that's the revival has been on recently. So I just can't, yeah, can't help but
He's
have
got built for it.
a little chuckle at that. Yes, fine for no. Hang on. So he's done rather than yes, put the arrow on. Fine for now. Right, good. Wow. So that was an interesting start. And they're on the attack, and Aguinaga's put one just off target. They're causing the pressure, and then down the other end, Veron with a chance that's been blocked out, and it's looking like they're just trying to get into this a bit more. Really, they're looking more lively, but then down the other end again, we've had a chance, and Nesta was involved in that. Conticchio doing another good job. Yeah, I'm going to be looking at that match report certainly. And Veron scores a free kick to make it 1-0 just after half an hour into this game. We look a little bit further on. Giggs missing a chance. He's been quite lively today for whichever team, but he's he's always packs a punch, doesn't he? But we're just a few minutes from injury time here. Well, we are in injury time. Another chance for Veron from a free kick, nearly scored. Half time it is. We'll get to that match report immediately. He just pushed Veron over as the very first action of the game. Wow, absolutely unnecessary, but well, strange. And there we are.
Yeah, it's not too bad. He needs to take his chances in the second half. Awesome.
Yeah, if they can get something, hold out till 60, then hopefully attack. Yeah, just have a look at it. It's not the best image in the background, is it, to see this? So let's see if the image looks a little bit better here. 86 for those bits. Ratings wise, yeah, I mean, Yakubu managed to get himself a 5 from that game, so it could have been worse. He managed to put 2 passes.
Looks like he's struggling. I think.
Yeah, on the 6s, we'll see.
Got to a 5 a few times. Maybe a bit too much for him.
Yeah, maybe so. Real E, they're going to be going to 60 minutes as they usually do, and Lee Bowyer's been pretty quiet compared to his usual self.
I'll get into the second half. Definitely.
And no shots from either striker of Real E as we get going into the next 15 minutes. And Hasselbank's had a chance now, so he has managed to get one of the forwards with an attacking chance for the team, and it goes to substitutions, and we will see a chance of Van Nistelrooy scoring with his first shot of the game, I'm pretty sure. 2-0. We'll see just how tired Conticchio is. He's down to 81%. It won't be it's not an injury. Aguinaga is actually suffering from a foot injury at this point, and Del Piero is just a bit tired there up front. Going back to the ratings, yeah, they're actually sort of got a bit worse, but Nielsen is putting the big performance in.
I think we just got to play out.
Just
maybe get a right midfielder on.
Options for the right mid. Borg can play on the right hand side. We've got Jacob Burns can do the job as well. I mean, can Nielsen move into? No, he can't move into a different position, but I think he can play attacking mid, Nielsen, as well. There's a few options. Yule can play on that right hand side. Quite a few. Yes. Conticchio off for Borg. Okay, so that'll be done there. Del Piero to centre midfield, Arrow to striker. There we are. Quite a sensible decision there. Borg up front. He can see if he can get a goal, but I mean the challenge is hard enough, isn't it? 10 men and against really. Look at that. It's all 7s apart from 1-8. Everyone's pretty fit, so we'll just go and have a little look here. And Yule's coming on as well for Aguinaga. We will do that change as well, but I'm just going to bring up the substitutes for really that Matt would like to have done. So that is, at this point, we're going to see Bowyer being withdrawn for Beckham. It's a treble change. Bowyer for Beckham. We have, it looks here like, let's have a look. We will take off Viduka for Hasselbank or any sorry. Well, Hasselbank is the one who hasn't scored, so that'll be Viduka on there. And Scholes for Giggs or Kewell. I'll just take a quick look on the stats and see just how these two are getting on at this point. Giggs has had a shot off target. Kewell's done. I think it's. I know Kewell's key. Would you want to keep Kewell's key passing on, or do you want to keep Giggs the fact that he's had a shot?
I'll keep Kewell.
Keep Kewell. There we are. So and that change there is Scholes is going to be coming on there for Giggs, and we'll just make that change there.
Yeah, that's good.
And then Yule to come on for the opposition there for Gwinaga. Lovely stuff. Okay, the Yuletide season begins, and it's 2-0 going into this. Lots of substitutes, 5 new players onto the pitch. It's 3-0, and Rio Ferdinand has his first goal. This is looking comfortable as really at least trying to keep the pressure on the leaders, keep that gap between the two in single figures. Borg missing the target, but he's come on and looked like he's at least wanting to try. He's still on a 6 though. Last few minutes, and can there be a 4th goal? Van Nistelrooy with a chance, and Vychkovsky makes a good save, and then in the last dying embers of the game, nothing really happened. Veron ended up man of the match, so yeah, it's a decent win, and they managed a shot on target though, at least Allenson by the end.
I'll go for it.
Would you say that
they're in control?
it's hugely gone to form, hasn't it? It's gone to ability in the league table, and you can't really question it.
Veron's really good there as well.
Yeah, that was a very, very solid performance there from Juan Veron, getting his 2nd man of the match of the season. And I mean, Yakubu going off, I don't think it's altered the result, but the score could have been a bit closer.
Yeah, I mean, they struggled after that. It was written that they were going to get beat.
Yeah, I
think
think
the team suffered because of it.
I think 3-0 is respectable within that, isn't it? We play yours last, of course, so we'll move on and we'll play North Trafford versus the Old Age Ballers. And North Trafford, they're going unchanged for today, and so they line up with a team that's got a it's got a few decent players within it, to be honest.
It's interesting. I like Risa. He goes on the left.
Yeah, Risa had a good game last time out, certainly, and Hegem on the other side, seeing that Liverpool theme going on.
As well.
Yeah, Torranja Flo with 1 goal this season, Carew with 3 goals, and Solskjaer sat there on the bench with 4 in fewer games. But it might change soon. It might change soon for them.
Super sub. So.
Yeah, he'll be. Sure, get involved. I'd like to see Caradas getting involved a little bit, just at least on the bench for what he offers in a bit of versatility. He can be a good player, but let's see how the Old Age Ballers line up. And there is one thing that slightly concerns me in the team for today. Oh, hang on, I haven't actually finished putting the subs in. That's my own fault. Let's finish putting the subs in. But can you see Cafu there? That's what concerns me.
It's interesting. Why not?
It's a gamble. Oh, I know exactly what happened here. I got asked to go and do a job, so I completely forgot to finish putting the subs in. Schuker's at number 3, Gascoigne's at number 4, Effenberg 5, Hierro 6, and Peruzzi 7. When I did say a new contract. When I did say something's a bit different about this team today, it definitely wasn't to do with the fact that there were only 2 subs. £1,000 a week for Angelo Peruzzi. That's an absolute bargain. But yeah, the team set up for today, and Cafu's the real interesting one for me.
Yeah, definitely. I like Simeone doing that arrow diagonally. Is quite interesting.
Decent season so far for him.
Yeah, he was quite hard to play against when I was doing the test saves stuff. Even one name that stuck out.
So yeah, I think
I'd want George Weah on.
Yeah, and he's not there on the bench, is he, George Weah? great
And he's
performances.
not scored though.
I
But he
think,
just looks good.
yeah, he put himself about a bit, and I know Esteban's got a couple of goals, and Shuka, I don't know if Shuka scored. I don't think he has. No, he's barely played, so maybe it's just giving him a bit of a go this time out. Cafu back in training, but that's all we've got to. Tony Adams being made as captain there. Cafu, oh wow, the kits are great. Um,
Backgrounds and that.
looking forward to this one. I know we've had a
That's
kit
just
clash
one big
before,
blur for
haven't
me.
we? Who else had the kit clash with these? Was it Falaraki or something? But it's pretty strange how that
Stuff.
why they're not playing in black and purple.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So did you make a prediction? Sorry, I got so distracted by that.
I think it's a home win. To be honest, they're a good team.
Well,
Formation's not a gamble. It's solid. Plays in the right position.
yeah,
But I'd like to see Cafu get two. We'll see.
and let you see Cafu get to the end of the game. That's the plan. Uh, Big kids here, good evening. We haven't played your match yet. It's one of the feature games for today, isn't it? Wow, I can tell the text apart, but it's all with the red team at the moment. Orion Berg's hit the bar. Big Nibby going 2-2 on this, and Luis Enrique scores, and the Old Age Ballers are in front. Then it's 1-all. It's 2-0. It's 1-all. Carew and Hegemit is who's injured here, and I think that the logical choice is to bring on Berg Dolmo. Yeah, there isn't really another choice here at this point, so let's bring him on and get back on with this. It's a rather bizarre one. Berg penalised for a foul there on Romario, and then Flo with a chance on Berg scores to make it 2-1 to North Trafford. They've turned it around, and Cafu's struggling. Luis Enrique goes off there at one man down on each team. Having a look at this, I think is Esteban's usually the option who comes on at this point. I think. I don't think it goes to Yeboah or Shuker or Gascoigne. Yeah, that's Esperan's in that position, and Luis Enrique is going to be a big miss for them.
Definitely. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's very, very versatile. You can put him in pretty much anywhere on the pitch. He's even got 14 for defender, so he's well worth having there to take part in the team. And it's one of those where the injuries are going to cause a little bit of an issue there for OABs. I'm not sure they'll be able to get back into it quite as well, but we shall see. 2-1 at half time.
It's quite even. Ish.
Yeah, I mean a massive
There's
team
definitely
of
more goals in the
Norwegians.
second half. Judging by that.
Yeah, you've got to say Khan having his 1 in 4 horror show. Khan is just not consistent enough, is he? Can be superb, Oliver Khan, as you'd know, I suppose as well.
Yeah.
He can be great, but has his moments. 22% of headers won for a team of pretty tall players. Obviously, height isn't a factor in this, but I mean the jumping and heading should put it into that.
Yeah, definitely. Strong Carew will get him too.
Carew. He's at least won 2 headers, but I mean seven attempts. He's been jumpy, but he's not brave enough. That's the thing about Carew. He isn't brave enough to go and win so many headers. Gets out muscled by some of the bigger guys, and obviously we're seeing here at this point that Desai is probably the one who's taking him on and beating him quite successfully.
Yeah, that Khan's a bit of a worry.
Yeah.
5 at half time.
Lots of sixes. Cafu down to 67%, and also suffering with potential foot injury now. I should have gone over to these. Actually, Josh isn't here, is he? Josh isn't here at this point. He will be 60-minute changes for these at this point, so I won't be withdrawing here at this point. I mean, he started at 78. If he was 67 at half time, normally he'd have been off. But yeah, we'll get to 60 minutes with both teams at this point. Neither manager's here, but they've obviously both sorted out what they've got to do. Lizarazu scores to make it 2-2. Playing there on the left-hand side of midfield is he's kind of working out for him.
It's calling
substitute.
for a social sub, definitely.
I think it might be, and if we have a look, I mean, Floor's on a 6, so that's probably one of the things that calls out, unless there are lots of injuries in the other areas of the pitch. I think the game, to be honest, is getting seen a few players get tired. Now, Berg's on 84, Hosett is on 82, but he's not injured. Berg's not injured. Well, obviously, one of them is. And Carew isn't, so yeah, I mean, we should probably be we should probably be sorry we should probably be do we take Henningberg off? It's only a potential. He's a centre back. I don't think we'd do that one usually. So Solskjaer will bring on for Flo, and leave it at 2 subs in case we get an injury to the goalkeeper or anything like that.
Yeah.
And for OABs, they can have another sub, and it might well need to be. It's going to have to be Cafu at this point, isn't it?
It's terrible.
Right hand side midfield substitute is going to be. I think this calls out for Stefan Effenberg and then Bosfeldt to the right hand side.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, Hierro, not yeah. If it's a defensive mid position, we should bring Hierro on. I think yeah, but definitely Bosfeldt on that right hand side. And is Romario injured? No, so I think we'll leave them at 2 subs as well. But yeah, I mean you can't say more solid than putting Hierro into that position. Effenberg, that MC says that he's not a natural DMC at all in there, whereas Hierro would be. And Bosfeldt we know can play out there on the right hand side, so let's give him a go. 65 minutes into this game, this still could go either way. A prediction from me might be at 2-2 is looking possible. There must be a 5th goal somewhere in this game, though. Surely, it's been entertaining to say it's been hard to read. So, chances coming in. Muckland has scored. Eric Muckland makes it 3-2, and I did not expect that, but he'll be out there doing his rock star celebrations and playing down his lovely hair. Peruzzi on the right. That would have been a great change. 3-2 it is, and North Trafford win, and the goal scorer is the man of the goal winner. The goal winner, the goal scorer who won the match.
8 shots and 7 on target.
It's pretty good, isn't it? It's pretty good.
Just couldn't defend properly.
Yeah, I would definitely say that their defence is an issue. They improved to 30% heading. Carew won 5 out of 12. So good to see there. And Desai 6 out of 7. Did actually let him win one of them, but yeah, I think it is a deserved victory. You called Trafford to win this game in a close one, and they did. This one's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? We've got 2 teams who, they're apart in the league table, but they are fairly close in ability. Loco Calaveras are probably one of the stronger sides when they play their first 11, but we can see today no Zeriberto, no Ronaldinho, no Jardel, who's had a good season so far, Ronaldo on the bench, Riquelme out of the team. He likes to rotate, doesn't he? And I think fair play to him.
I'm a big Riquelme fan, so I'd never like to see him on the bench. Yeah, he's got D'Alessandro and Mars. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's got the team. I like formation. I don't really like DMC's running back, but that's alright.
Yeah, this is something that I know Loz has done regularly. He did it last season with the 76ers that he was in charge of last season, and but that was from here with a run backwards with Takanadi. It tended to work fairly well. I quite enjoyed a backwards arrow earlier this season with Ronaldinho in the Super League. He's not playing it at the moment, but it was worth an experiment, definitely. For Tyneside, they're going with something somewhat more attacking than usual. Oh, disappointed by the positioning considering his options. It's attacking in the runs, I would say.
I mean, I really like this team, to be honest. Big fan of Tyneside.
Yeah, I mean, but the concept is good.
Formations out. Yes. I'm not liking this at all.
You're not a fan of the formation?
No.
Is it the giant runs on the wingers?
I don't mind that. I mean, like Dyer can handle it. I don't know if Robert can do it, but
Can Robert sort of keep himself with the effort for the game? I mean, his work rate's actually pretty good, but
yeah,
he's
he's
just
not bad. Yeah,
his
yeah,
attitude's not right.
yeah, yeah, definitely he could do it.
I'm just looking in the chat there. It's Steve's arrival and Chris immediately getting onto on his back from the words "evening." Good evening, Steve. I hope you are well. Um, Not like I don't speak to you most days, anyway. Predictions for this one. Tay, how go refereeing?
It pains me to say it, but I'm going to say 3-1, 3-1 to the home side.
3-1, and you've yeah, I think they are that little bit stronger looking at it from the
Yeah,
formations today, even though some of their top players are
that
missing.
feels packed.
Here we go from the Estadio de los Diablos. Can we get anything here from the Crazy Skulls? Oh, Nicky Butt's taking a yellow card, and Palermo with a chance. Loco to win 2-1, says Ross. Um, and Big Kid saying 3-1 as well. He's matching what you've said. He's happy to agree with that. We have a look in here. We're coming approaching half time, and there's we are at 1-0, and D'Alessandro is one of your top players, of course, has scored, but then Owen equalises straight off, and we're at 1-all, heading in towards half time. Anything else? Chris said 4-0. He was quite confident of a big victory there. I think Chris watches on a bit more of a delay than most people because his predictions always come in like about 40 minutes into the game. Um, just make sure you're running on live there, and you've got enough coal in to power your internet for that one. But yeah, Tyneside more accurate, Loco more attacking.
I mean, they came into it towards the end, Tyneside, but yeah, it could be strong in the second half. They could take it.
They could, yeah. I mean, being 1-all at half time gives them that opportunity, and like we say, they're not a weak team, are they, at all? 83% of tackles won is a good sign. Um, yeah, it's looking pretty solid there, isn't it? So that's what is it 10? You know, well, it's actually putting quite a decent amount of challenges. They're putting 15
Yeah, definitely.
successful tackles so far, and only misplaced the one. Is it two? Oh, the goalkeeper's
Yeah.
misplaced two, according to that. I don't know. Do they count? Do they count goalkeeper tackles? I'm not even sure.
Towards the end, it's going to be interesting. Going to keep that up.
Yeah, and we look into this. Emerson's going to come off, as I notice he's at 22%. So he'll be withdrawn there. I don't know what's gone on there. He's lasted through to half time. I'm going to just check the substitutes that are going on here. But 22% with his groin injury, he needs a second half of some kind of treatment. So we'll just have a quick check on for them. I know that Loz puts his 60-minute subs in at this point. It is supposed to be Veron coming on for Emerson, so it would have been our choice anyway. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, fully agreeing with that. But 22% is definitely a concern for Tyneside. Owens at 83, but I don't think that Dan gets hugely concerned by that. He goes for 60 minutes. In fact, he's got some quite detail what to do if the team is winning or drawing, to leave it as it is. But if at 60 minutes there's a bit of a change of setup there. I did used to go and watch Bradford City a few times indeed. I think I probably went about 10 times, mostly Premier League games. Free tickets every time from one of my old school friends when his dad couldn't make it, or if they had a spare ticket. So yeah, it was good. It was about 13-ish. No, it can't be 13. Must be 14, 15 sort of time. Um, yeah, I didn't see Neville Southall in goal, though, sadly. Anyway, into the second half we go, and Zelias has taken a yellow card, fouling Owen, and Nicky Butt scores to put Tyneside in
Right.
front. Yeah, that's a bit of a big one. But Amoroso, it is equalising. This game is certainly coming to life now. Robert's looking like he's trying to come into this game a little bit more.
Romero
And
sacked him off in the half time, to be honest.
Yeah, if I think if Dan was on the chat, he might have done exactly that. Wolfie's put some chicken burgers in to cook. Yes, I could do with some food myself. I did actually buy a box of heroes with the sole intention of just eating them tonight, but I haven't even got around to starting them yet. Anyway, so subs for these, I just talk absolute nonsense. We have for 76ers Ronaldo for Palermo if he hasn't scored, and he hasn't scored, so he's on an 8 though, but I just follow instructions. And I'm Danielson for Aymar, he's on a 6, so that makes sense. And there we are, so that's already the changes there. And Tyneside are not winning, it's not losing, but we will. He's not at 75%, not less than 75, which is what I tend to do to overrule substitutes. Nope, it says leave it as it is. So here we go into the next part of the game. Don't fall asleep, yes, don't burn your house down. As Denelson comes on and he scores the goal to put them in front. This has been absolutely topsy-turvy game, and Ronaldo makes it 4. These substitutes have been superb from 60 minutes. Yeah, unlucky for Tyneside, yeah, but I mean they tend to capitulate in some games, and Dan is trying to work out what to do to stop them doing that. But yeah, I think this is a worthy victory in the end based on those substitutes, and Amoroso with a 10. Wow, he can be superb, Amoroso, can't he? But not consistently enough.
Yeah, he looks strong.
Yes, yeah.
Goals and 20 caps. So.
Looks like a good version. Tyneside kept their 100% shots on target, and Loco went and just outdid them in pretty much every area, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, always fancied the home win, but I thought Tyneside might have nicked it.
Yeah, I mean when they went 2-1 up, I thought they really do have a chance now. Gamera, Yepes, some good tackles going in there. In fact, the defence have all performed pretty well in there, and that's a big factor. But the two subs coming on scoring their only shots. And look at that, a goal, 3 key passes, loads of decent stuff from Amoroso, great performance. And for Tyneside, it just wasn't enough, was it?
Nah, I think I would have took a few more players off. I think.
Yeah, I think the leave it as it is thing probably did hurt them a bit. I think
especially on the left, they were struggling. Maybe Andy Cole coming on for Shearer.
Yeah, I think we needed to see Owen going off for fitness reasons as well. But I think maybe next time they'll start to pick up that little bit more. I don't know who they're playing next, of course. We'll go to Imagine Madrid next up. Imagine Madrid versus Roundhay for this one. Robin would like a new contract, especially while he's not too unhappy. And Richard Dunn is willing to stay at the club after his one match this season that he's played. And Chris makes a bit of a change today by putting his defenders back into the middle, but with runs out to wing backs.
It's crazy. It's alright. A lot of options going forward.
Lots of options up there, especially, of course, we have to mention every week, Yordi. I mean, what a player he's been in both seasons so far of the league. He's been far and away their best player.
Yeah, definitely. It's good.
I'm still surprised by it, to be honest. Every time I see it, he does surprise me. Bravery of 4 and work rate of 7, yet he still puts in some decent performances. Gareth Barry in there for his first start in the league for the team. Obviously his cup game was horrendous, whatever happened there, but they are it must work for them. Has he tested it and seen Gareth Barry as being a top player?
Terry's really a better choice.
Yeah, because he has dropped John Terry to play to play Gareth Barry.
The opposite instead when performance here.
I'm confused, but Chris must have his reasons. He must have his reasons today. So we'll have a look here. Paul Kiesbou's contract. Of course, we don't offer coaches and whatever contracts. They always last till the end of the season anyway. The Stee of Bradford. The Stee of Bradford. I don't, I don't know if I follow that in any way. Mencheta isn't taking free kicks. Anyway, we've got a sub missing off this team. I think again, what a great bit of setup I've done today to be so inaccurate with everything. Sub 6 for these is it's Governek, or however you pronounce his name is what I continually seem to be thinking here. Luis Enrique wants to be transfer listed and wants a new challenge. That is signalling issues there for him. Even Gareth Barry doesn't know why he's in ahead of Terry. Yes, yeah, confusion all round as that decision, but it might be genius. So yeah, the manager
It's
team.
pretty standard, isn't it?
Nuno, of course, keeping his
Everyone's in
place
the right
despite
places.
not being a manager.
Yeah, everyone's in the right place, so it's good. They're
Yeah,
strong.
yeah. And last game, of course, they were beaten by you, but they didn't play badly, as this sort of suggests. It was the sort of they're not having the team in meant that Eric Ten Hag was the first rated defender, the first available defender to fill in, and I think that did
I'll
probably
take it
cost
though.
them. Yeah, you've got to do. You got every point counts in this sort of thing. And so Mihailovic comes in and takes his place in the team today, and we'll see how he gets on. Let's have a little look. Chris, is that the team name you like there? I think it's a very good little team name there going on as well. Braga Sandmoon, not seen him refereeing too many games. Are you going for? Do you see any team edge in this one?
I think it's an away win.
Away win. Madrid Madrid on 5 points so far this season. Can they get themselves closer to the bottom, to the next teams up from them? Because they can't go up any places today, of course, from where they are. Yep, a Bradford lad indeed. So here we're kicked off. There's been chances already, and around here we're attacking. Imagine Rigid is always harder to read in that white and yellowish kind of colour, but it's good there. Shevchenko scoring the only goal there for Roundhay, and then he's missed another chance to score. We are in a position now to see that Roundhay have started at much the better side ratings wise. They've picked up their chances coming in from Imaginary, but they are missing them rather than getting them saved to rest a little bit more. Nuno's been fairly quiet in goal. Bowyer it is who comes and scores a second goal there for Roundhay, and Shevchenko making it 3. This is not going well for Carlo Cudicini as Bowyer makes it 4-0 35 minutes in, and Steve did arrive at the right time to see an entertaining game at the expense of his friend. So it's 4-0, absolute domination. Crespo's on a 10. Is he setting up goals, or is he just on the riding along for the sake of it? This is an incredible first half display. Wow, it's got to be said.
What?
That,
2 shots on 12.
That's a paddling in it.
That's 45 minutes. You're getting hammered. Gareth Barry struggling on his own.
Yes, Gareth Barry is struggling in there. Let's see, as a Bradford lad, you love a Leeds name as an Arsenal fan. Strange. And you're already spitting in them out being compared to Steve Wright. Wolfie going for 5-4 now to I mean, look at that. They're all in the 90%. They've barely been tested here.
Fish on 8 here. Easy.
That just keep going as is there. Chris, I don't know what this is what you need, kind of a reconstruction. Is that
get rid of the lines in defence? Don't have them diagonally all the time.
Maybe not the diagonal. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I'd probably, if you want to play 3 at the back, don't turn them into attackers.
Yeah,
that's
struggling.
Yeah, Yordi is struggling as well. He's still on 87%, so you probably won't worry about him too much. By the way, this is probably the biggest crowd for Division 1 games for quite some time. It's great to see that we've got quite a few people in the chats tonight, and that's great to see. And some different people commenting in the chat now. Now Ross is able to comment in the chat. I know before he's been watching the games, but unable to comment, and Chris in the same sort of position as well. So good to have these.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get to watch. Well, I watch it live at work, but obviously I can't
you can't keep commenting.
Yeah.
But you're sending comprehensive substitute things. It's like if this person goes off, put this one on.
I
If this,
am
it's
happy now.
absolutely like it makes it dead easy to work out what to do. Yordi for Anelka and Cole for Robin. Yes, that'll be absolutely fine. So Cole coming off for Robin and Yordi coming off for Anelka. So there we are. Let's go. 4-0 it is at this point, and Jim was definitely very, very happy to wait until 60 minutes for the changes. Crespo with a chance, Crespo with another chance. I don't even think we looked at the player stats in the first half for the teams, to be honest.
I'd be annoyed if Crespo hadn't scored in this game.
Yeah, in fact, I'm just going to make that little check because I
Loads of shots.
didn't really pay much attention to what was going on, to be honest. Crespo's made one assist, hit the target a lot. Shevchenko with one assist, and so the assists being spread around. Even Hollerback got one, and then just to look into this, I mean that was just misplaced tackles all around. Anyway, Roundhay, as we are with Roundhay, 88% for Kuehl. He's not injured, so you still have no injuries, Jim. But if you want to rotate, you rotate as you go along. Luis Enriquez on a 7 and Hollerback on a 7. Are you happy enough with those? And then for Imaginary Madrid, we've still got Barry on a 5, who's on the pitch, Cudicini on a 5, and Totti is, well, no, he's not injured or anything. It's not so bad. Can anything be done? Barry off.
No.
Barry off. I assume it's Terry, but it could be Lescott. So I will wait. There's no way of salvaging anything here. I'll bring on Solskjaer for Enrique and I'll let you speak now.
I mean, you could take Terry on for Barry, but it's not going to make any difference. He's going to be on his own against two good strikers. There's more goals still to come from this team.
Probably some more goals. Yeah, you can imagine that it's not totally finished, but yeah, I think Gareth Barry is the experiment of playing someone who is, not a natural centre back. I think to look into I don't know much about Barry in the editor because it's Gareth Barry, but yeah, I think if these have been marauding forward and then the other team get on the attack, it will take them some time to get in. And as mentioned before, they are not centre backs. Cafu and Cole are not centre backs by any stretch of the imagination, so that's probably another reason why they struggled for this. So we push on to the next bit. Shevchenko it is. There he is with his hat trick. There were goals, and there it is. And a penalty and a goal for Ashley Cole, making it 5-1. At least they've scored. Cudicini moves back up to a 5 as his team score a goal, but he was on a 4. And Elka's taken a yellow card. And not for pressure, sportsmanship and temperament. So, yeah, completely unknown as to how he is there, Gareth Barry. At 6-1, hat-trick for Lee Bowyer. That is a superb performance for players to be 2 players in a team to get a hat-trick in the same game. Wolfie's still saying 6. It's 7. It's 7, and Crespo did get his goal in the end. Round here, take a bow, Jim. Take a bow. That is tremendous.
Well,
Every single player who finished that game was on 8 and above, including the substitute. And in the opposition, every single player who played that game were 7s and below. And Mike, with his lovely Simpsons, Wolfie getting absolutely every prediction wrong because another goal went in. Clinical.
yeah. Jesus. 19 shots.
Yeah, wow. We'll look at these. A bit unlucky. Unlucky for. Yeah, does the extra point count for Bowyer there? Maybe this formation isn't seen again. But you reckon? Wow, 7-1. It's not the worst display of tackling I've ever seen.
Cafu played alright, really. I know you got 3 tackles. Yeah.
Wow, that did not work. Crespo, to me, had a great game. He did.
Yeah, definitely.
6
Or what?
shots.
More goals from Crespo with that amount of shots.
Yeah, that's the only thing is that he didn't actually manage to score goals, but that must turn them into a very very strong goal difference. And I know we talked before about the teams the worst goal difference being -9, but I mean one of the worst goal differences has now conceded an extra six more today. Uh, so we'll go into that next one. Four tens in that side, and even Nuno, who did relatively little, ended up on a 9. Well done round here, and Chris, you've got 2 weeks to put yourself a new formation in to see how that goes.
Don't leave Barry on his own.
Don't leave Barry on his own. Don't leave Barry in the team. Um, yeah, that's quick message there. Quick message to everybody is that there are no games next week. There's too much going on. Birthday Monday and parents' evening Thursday, so I think I better call next week games off. And I had done that the other day, haven't I? So Marcos wants a new challenge, and his new challenge is to actually play for Trumpton today. He's in goal for the first time this season, I think. Yes, indeed. And there we are, Trumpton. No one can test against Trumpton
I mean,
because you can't.
I'm always shocked by his tactics, but they work. It's really annoying. I don't get it.
He's a master, isn't he?
He's got good players. I mean,
Yeah, and not always in the right positions, as
not always at the edge.
as
I just don't like it.
so it looks like Jim saying he's missed these. Is it he's missed Trumpton formations, or has he missed points for his team? Who knows? Look at that! Look at that! Yeah, a little sort of roundabout type thing going on there in midfield, and just overall, it's fun. It's fun watching Trumpton,
Yeah.
and it's fun listening to big kids commentary as well. So this is a team that it's one of the fans' favourites teams, I think, in the league, and they've got quite a challenge today, haven't they? Quite the challenge indeed. More Trumpton, yeah. Crespo and Pens are up front. That's why it works. Let's have a look who played. I mean, they were beaten last game. They played both of those up front. They played badly in the game before. They beat Imaginary Madrid, but we realise that 4 isn't that great against Imaginary Madrid at the moment. Pens are playing up front with that sort of formation. I mean, it's just bizarre, isn't it? These formations, they are great. But anyway, good evening, Mr. Square. And then taking a look at Dalgety Rangers, as we know, they're dominating the league, and why play around too much with the formation?
No, stick with what you know. Bannister is on fire. I think everyone that plays against him, we just got to injure that player. Take him out of the game.
Just
got a chance.
take him out with that sort of ratings there. 11 in 10. Take the cup game out, I suppose, against non-league opposition, but it's still 15 goal contributions in the 9 league games he's played, and Nikiforenko with 11 in the 8 matches he's played as well. So yeah, it is very very strong, and they don't believe in defensive midfielders and still top the league.
You could take him if you went out wide, definitely. Look more AMC's going at him.
See how it gets on there. Let's see. Plan B is to do Plan A better. Yes. Go on. Tell us what you think about this game.
I want to go Trumpton.
You reckon?
Trumpton.
You reckon they can do it? You said that beforehand, didn't you? You said that they'd edge this game, and
I think Bannister will help him by giving him an assist, but it's definitely Trumpton.
Not an early red card for Van Nistelrooy or anything like that.
I'm hoping.
So Ross saying 3-0 to Trumpton, and they are 1 up, and it's Roy Keane. Roy Keane scoring the opening goal. And Mr. Square says 3-1 to Dalgety. The Van Nistelrooy is silly, isn't he? He's silly in a great way. Roy Keane dribbling forward again. Puntas with chances. Say that was another chance. That might have even been Kaladza or someone with it. And an injury there to Stephen Thomas. We'll have to see if Thomas will be replaced by Carragher or Kaladza or Heinrich or Sotil. There's 4 choices there, and the big kid would probably shove Ray Parler in there as well. Good night, Chris. Sweet dreams after all that. Yeah, back to the drawing board. Wow, yeah, there
and
are plenty
carry.
of choices. Plenty of choices for Big Kid.
Yeah.
He'll tell us something crazy, will it be? I assume you went to type a P there, Steve, but um, Sotil coming on. Here we go. Thomas off. Sotil on. And 17 minutes in, they're still 1-0 up. Chances coming. It's 1-1, and it's Nesta with the goal. Unlikely scorers of Roy Keane and Alessandro Nesta, but with all the attacking talent we've got on the pitch, well, why not? And Petkov it is, scoring. Milan Petkov getting the goal for Trumpton, putting them back in front. This is certainly a massive game up at the top of the table. But Dalgety will be clear for at least the next 2 games, even if they lose them both. Half time, 2-1, and going how you thought it would go, but I really didn't.
I'm going to stick with Trumpton to get another one in the second half, definitely.
Well,
5-5, take that. Passing's good, tackling's matching. Yeah.
it's been good for them. It has been good for them indeed at this point. I mean, the ratings are pretty solid. I know Klomper, Kaladze, Puntas on 6s. Fitness is alright. I don't know what Trumpton will be doing at this point. Ross, I know you usually go by the lines of 5s and below at half time, 6s below at 60 minutes, but you're here, so make your own choices today, of course. It's all good. Yeah, don't
Van
get.
Nistelrooy struggling.
They are. Van Nistelrooy struggling. Nikiforenko struggling. The assist came from Riquelme. Passes are almost all in the single figures, but no changes. So he's confident that this team's got enough to turn it round. And we just await Big Kid's just as is till 60 minutes. Okay, so here we go. Riquelme going forward, and there he is, getting the equaliser, and the no changes works pretty well for them. At this point, Riquelme, great dribble forward, and a goal. It's 2-2 at this point. Substitutes are approaching, and we come into those bits now. A free kick. Oh, it's a corner to Dalgety. This is a 60-minute change, of course. It says 59, but it will be action on 60. Let's have a look. Dalgety, condition-wise, look all alright. Nikiforenko's the lowest, and he's still coping fine. Ratings for them, 6 for Nikiforenko. So everyone else 7s, 8s and 9s. Emerson on a yellow card. And for Trumpton, as it stands, Kaladze and Klomper are on 6s. And there's no fitness issues to how I would see things. There's Zidane the lowest, and he's still okay. There is a sub coming up for Dalgety for De Jers, so we'll go and do that one. There it is going to be Vieira for Emerson, playing there in the centre of that midfield. They need a Scally, a Neil Scally, to put themselves in amongst that team. Yeah, the Wanderers Wolverhampton Scally from last season. I'm not actually sure where he is. I don't even know how many Neil Scallys there are in the league now. Won't be many. Do you still see Trumpton edging it, even though Dalgety have looked stronger in the second half?
No, I'm going to stick with him.
Staying with your confidence at this point.
Yeah.
So just take a look and see what Mickey's obviously planning. Parlour on for Klomper. Yeah, is there going to be a change of position here, or is Ray Parlour going to be playing centre back? This is something I suggested earlier in the kind of strange way, but I'm almost sort of half expecting these to sort of move around, but at the same time, this is Trumpton. Parlour as a centre back actually looks like he could defend, apart from heading the ball. Looks like he
You'll
could
get the
do
winner now,
a
you watch.
decent job. There we are. Kaladze, Keane. Yeah, it is that change about moving the players around. So, yeah, there we are. Yeah, it was. Where we go, and Just waiting to see if he makes a third change or says he's okay. Doesn't matter either way. Ooh, Klumper off. Yeah, he's not had the best game for himself, but I mean, still under a 7 for his rating for this season. He's usually very, very solid. Marcos in goal's been doing okay for today for his first match in goal. Yeah, the Dalgety players turning this game around a little bit more. Tackling's been superb from those centre backs.
Lannister's still not in it, though. That's a good thing.
He is not. He is not
Not
in
this
it.
way.
I think we must be continuing with the game at this point. If no more changes, there we go. Brilliant. Leicester is with another chance to score. He almost got one, and then with 25 minutes left, Van Nistelrooy has had a chance. He's missed the target now. That just makes him a bit closer to scoring. The old Swemp saves on the tablet. Yes, and Trumpton back in front, and it was Crespo scoring the goal. Crespo with 2 different team goals tonight, and Petkov taking a yellow card though for Trumpton. We have 10 minutes to go. Can this be? Can this turn around yet again? Will we get a 6th goal, or are we going to see a first defeat for Dalgety Rangers? Zidane with a chance it's just gone off target. And then a late one, Van Nistelrooy with a chance to Kivu, and also with a chance to score. And the game is fading out, and it is 3-2 to Trumpton. It is an excellent result for Trumpton. It still leaves Dalgety on top of the league, and Nesta is man of the match in amongst the team. Well, in a match where a lot of players have sort of had an opportunity to be man of the match, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have a way with anything like that.
It was a good game to watch, wasn't it? It was a very, very good game to watch, and you could say neither team deserved to lose it, to be honest. But you know, if you're gonna beat Dalgety, I mean, that's great. Kivu, 13 out of 14 tackles, 6 of them key, and he got an 8. And Nestor, I suppose, got it for his goal. But yeah, lovely. Champino's here. Champino, good evening, Champasaurus. Hopefully you've witnessed your team's match tonight, which was a decent game. A decent game, certainly. And then for Trumpton, they barely tackled. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, we just had a weird formation. How we pulled the win off, I don't know.
Things look weird here. Yeah, just carry on.
No idea what's going on with this.
Yeah,
at all.
Barely any tackles. Crespo missing almost every header he tried, and yet they've turned up and put 3 goals past the strongest team. Well played. And Van Nistelrooy is not jinxed. He's not jinxed. He better not be jinxed. He better not be jinxed as a name. Only 43 empty seats in the stadium as well, so great to see the teams all well supported. And Mr. Square is here in chats, of course, and you, David, as well. So let's have a look at your team for today. And yeah, it's another system change, isn't it, to a 4-5-1 this time?
Yeah, I've been experimenting in defence by playing 3 at the back, so I want to be creative in midfield, but I played 4 at the back last week and kept the win. So, hope for again.
Yeah, hope for something more from them, and obviously, this to me strikes as your strongest back 4, is it?
Yeah, I have concerns about Nesta recently. He did score in the last game, but I don't know. I'm thinking about dropping him.
I think, traditionally, I know he's just gone and got man of the match in one of the matches tonight, but traditionally Nesta tends to be rated a little bit lower for his match ratings for doing exactly the same as somebody else, and I just wonder if that's one of those things. I probably just make it up, but it's just something I notice. Yeah, he's strong, and what I quite enjoyed tapping in on this was substitutes 1 to 7 down in a lovely line along this side here.
Yeah, I like to have like my goalkeepers number 1, defenders number 2.
Yeah, I try and go from down there.
DMC's number 3.
They're all there on the right. It's just really nice to see. It's just it was quite therapeutic putting that in. I've got to say, if your team could have an extra point for some reason, that would be it. Ishizaki, of course, he played last game, didn't he, Ishizaki?
Yeah, he's not really getting the chances really, but
No, he's probably not right necessarily in amongst your better players for getting the games
yeah,
there. But obviously, Jaffa's getting a good run in the team on the
I'm quite liking him and Beckham together. It seems to be working quite
yeah
nice.
bravery of one. Bravery of one. But yeah, Beckham this season, Beckham does look pretty good, doesn't he? So yeah, obviously some great chances here, and then we've got some contracts to offer out for Aston Square for this one for Aston's Ajax. Canu wants a contract. That'd be a lot, I think. Yeah, 25 grand a week. Uh, and Elise would like a new contract as well. You can have £1,000 for every language. Nope. Yeah, he speaks 30 languages. That's just super to see all these things that he's got. And up front today, it's Mido and Bakajolu.
Wow, that's different. I would have gone Bergkamp definitely. We took Van der Vaart in the EMC.
Quite a few changes today. We do see that Mido, Bakajolu,
Still the
Bergkamp,
same formation, don't it?
Moria, same formation, yeah. And Marcio Santos starting in this game is another change to the lineup for this one. Does it make you feel more or less confident seeing that team?
Well, I tested it and I'm sticking with it, so he can play whoever he wants. The tactic was going to stay the same, so I need to give me a go.
We shall see how this one gets on. Uh, I will get ready. I was just preparing for any potential subs and then realised that both managers are here. So let's get Espen Berntsen predictions in the chat. And are you sticking your neck out for a number of goals that your team's going to win by?
I just want to see more outscore Grace. That'll keep me happy.
Here we are. Let's get going. And the early start. See, that Beckham with a chance in the first couple of minutes there. More things in. Bakajolu getting involved. And 15 minutes in, there's still no goal, but Palacios just missing. Jim saying 3-1 to Aston's Ajax, but Morat it is who scored the opening goal for Steelhawks, making it 1-0. Of course, if it's an opening goal. Bakajolu scores, it was disallowed. He almost equalised for them, and a injury to Jaffa.
I suppose Palacios will go out left.
Yep.
And Mendieta with Jafar.
Mendieta as well. Yeah, is this a Bowyer move here?
Thinking Bowie, but I'm swaying towards Sukorov.
Ah.
I don't know. I'll go with Bowie.
Going on there, yes. Let's crack back onto the game. And so obviously he's going to be a bit of a miss going into future games. So if I can see what sort of injury it is shortly. Yellow card coming in there. Overmars it was taking that. Yeah, it's it's his name. It's his name, Bakajolu. He's called. We are just 2 minutes here from half time. It's still 1-0 as it is. We'll go to your team second to let Mr. Square sort his own team out there. But 5 shots, 4 on target, 3 shots, 3 on target. It's not too far apart, but you're edging the game.
I can't sit on a 1-0 win, to be honest. He's coming. He's going to attack.
Yeah, there's gotta be something here. We'll have a look at the opposition, see how they're getting on. There are no real massive fitness concerns. Van der Meijden with a shin injury, but still 86%. Do you want to make any changes to this one, Mr. Square? He's getting Littmanen in for Bergkamp at this point. Now he's on a 6, so we'll do that one. And if you want to make any other subs or not, just let me know. And we'll sick of Bergkamp at this stage. This season this Bergkamp is not performing. 1 assist and nothing else to show. And for yourself, just take a look at this. We've got Jaffa. It's a foot injury, so he's down to 24%. We can't not expect to see him next game, I suppose.
I'm playing alright. I'm going to stick with it.
Stick with things as they go to 60 minutes. Fair enough. Challenges coming in from Davids mainly from one side, and for your own team, you've got your fullbacks being dominant in the tackles.
Yeah, definitely. Murat's got 2 and 2, so I'm hoping to see another goal from him in the second half.
Let's see if they can manage another one. So in this second half we go. We've got Diamond just Murat with a shot that was saved in the end, and one that was booted away. Beckham's getting involved with a yellow card for Yakubu, and 5 minutes away from the subs, and we go to those now. I won't go to your team first. I just clicked on them for some strange reason. So 2 yellow cards here, lots of sixes. David's still being the best player on this team, and Mido down at 84 is not injured. So we'll see what they decide to do. Just look for a few more seconds. And Melchiot is not injured either, so they're kind of coping alright there. For your own team, let's just have a quick look at see how they're getting on. All 7s and 8s, apart from Boya, who's not been on very long. Are you going to change things up or leave it as it is?
I'll leave it. Tempted to bring Shearer on, but no, I think we're at second place. I'll leave it.
Leave it for that. And Canu for Mido. And as there are 3 dots there, I'm wondering if there's going to be another change coming up. But we don't know. It's finely poised, this game. Definitely finely poised at 1-0. The dishwasher's having a little bit of a grunt at me, saying, he wants to come on and play the last second half. We shall see what happens there, but kind of Mido.
It's not comfortable sitting on a 1-0 lead.
No, it's not. It's put Yakubu on the right wing. Yep, okay. So we do this. Put Yakubu on the right wing. Van der Meijden at Costa. Cliver on for Van der Meijden, and then Yakubu on the right wing, and Cliver can go in the middle there. Davids, I assume, is like that. You'd say that was what he wants?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Shove him up front. I like that. Just shove him up front. Make a difference. 30 minutes to go. And we've got quite the final half hour with all this attacking that could come there. Perfect is the word. Let's see if it is perfect for you. Is a thing they've got. Kivu's taking a cut. This Kivu is very different to the previous Kivu, and Clivert is. It's equalised. 1-1 it is, and they are coming forward still with chances. 10 minutes left. It's a goal for Turam. 2-1 to Steelhawks. Well, turning it back into their favour with just a couple of minutes left. 86 minutes. Bowyer's putting one off target. Murat with another chance. Van der Sar making the save down the other end. Bakajolo scores. He equalises. What an end to this game. And last chance. Cliver hits the frame of the goal. Oh wow. 2-2. Canu's half-hour cameo sees him getting man of the match.
Yeah, I was worried about Cliver coming on throughout that game, to be honest. It just showed his class coming on.
Well, there's plenty to dissect in that last 15 minutes even there. We've got Clivert's goal 75, Turam 81, Bakajolu on 89 minutes, and really that if we're going to have a decent end to the day, we've had a decent end to the day. So I mean, the result might not be great for you, but from an entertaining point of view, it was a great match.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of shots.
It was. Let's look at your opposition first of all and see just what they've done there. Yeah, Canu's set up both goals. That is a real
And I thought he was the weakest link, to be honest.
Yeah, he's not usually like that. He's got low work rate, hasn't he? His work rate's 12, intimidation 6.
He's done alright.
But there he is now. He's got 4 assists for this season, and he's doing okay. Poor in the tackle. Yeah, not very strong in the tackle. It's got to be said there. David's won 6 but lost 7. Overmars, obviously, Overmars is renowned for tackling, but even the defenders didn't really do it. Kivu was well off the pace in tackling. but
Yeah.
they got the 2 goals, and that was an absolutely classic final game for the day. Look at that. Tackling wise, you've got 3 players there. Your first 3, in fact, all your back 4 only misplaced 1 tackle.
Yeah. And this has impressed me a little bit. I might keep him around a little bit.
It's certainly a game that was lively. Kieran Dyer did a good job, got an assist, played plenty of passes around. Bergkamp is finished. Canu's the man here by the look of it for Aston's Ajax. Wow, yeah.
Another good win for. Another good game for Dyer. He played well in the last game, but
Yeah,
assists today as well. I
yeah,
wasn't really starting him, to be honest.
his form is certainly showing that he's worthy of a place, isn't he? So let's see going forward. How does this all affect the table? There's been plenty of goals today, haven't there? We've got 10 goals in the first 3 games, and then another 5, another 8, 20, 33 goals is that? 33 goals in 7 games. So pretty expansive football. And we look at Allenson. 2 minutes, their red card. No wonder they didn't score. Otherwise, the entire league would have. How does that all affect the table? Dalgety are 4 points clear of Really, followed by Trumpton, Loco Calaveras another point behind, and then North Trafford and Steelhawks on 17 apiece. North Trafford up to 5th place, and that is a good sign for them. Aston's Ajax in the top half with 16. That third to 6th is quite the 7th. Sorry, is quite the battle.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's like Van Nistelrooy's on a decline, so that's quite good.
17 goal difference, of course, as we saw it there. And then down at the bottom of the table, when we look at it, Imagine Madrid a point behind Tyneside. For some reason, I had them in 4 points behind in my mind, that they were that far behind, but no, only 1 point behind the next team. Allenson and OAB's on 9. Falaraki 11, Roundhay 12, and Team GB 14 in 8th place. That was a classic round of games. It was a very, very enjoyable set there. A good luck charm for the goals on commentary there. So you're welcome back later in the season, definitely for that. 5 draws for Falaraki. They've only lost 3 and are sat there in 10th place, which makes a difference when you look at Really up there. If they've converted their draws into wins, and are absolutely flying up the table. So as we've mentioned, there's no games next week, but the next round of league fixtures is just 3 days away in the game. So on the 20, we haven't got something, the 2nd of December. 2nd of December is when our next round of games are in here. For this round of 25th of May fixtures, Aston's Ajax versus North Trafford. Looking forward to that one already. Imaginary Madrid Allenson, huge game at the bottom of the table. Can Chris turn it around? OAB's Roundhay. At the moment, Roundhay look the stronger side. Really versus Dalgety Rangers.
Good chance. I'm betting as well.
This is going to be very, very interesting. That Dalgety playing 2 top sides in a row. Steelhawks Tyneside. You've been very nice about Tyneside recently, but now's your chance to beat them. Team GB versus Loco. Again, that could be a really interesting one. And Trumpton Falaraki. 2 of the mainstays of the league, of course. Trumpton and Falaraki. Good to see them up there against each other. How do things look? Van Nistelrooy drops to below 9, but who cares? It's still an excellent rating. Chris Kirkland sat there in 3rd place. That's an interesting 1 goal conceded in the 5 matches he's been at the team. Very, very good start for Chris Kirkland. And we'll see where your top player is on this one. It shows you don't need the ratings to be doing okay.
Yeah.
Morat and Dyer 7.57. Goals, you got Morat there of 4. Van Nistelrooy is just 1 behind Nicky Franco at the top, but Shevchenko closing in on that after a hat-trick today. So excellent performance for him. Goals conceded 28 from Carlo Cudicini is massive amounts. Penalties, Ashley Cole got his 2nd penalty of the season to be up there for today. In the assists, Van Nistelrooy's 2 clear of Overmars and Kuhl. Canu is only one off this from his one performance there. Two Barry Ferguson's in the charts up there high up, and discipline wise, Nesta, Emerson, Keane, all suspended or having served suspensions for their 5 yellow cards. Red cards, Yakubu, Michael Owen. That was. It's always amusing to see Michael Owen get sent off. 4 matches for Van Nistelrooy. Jakob Glerup Nielsen on 2 up there as well. Hans-Jörg Butt. And of course, just a quick check of these. I know some people like it. Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher battling out at the top of the list there. I'm sure they're loving it. Sol Campbell, top of the list with 2 of him. And I'm sure we need to let Carragher and Neville know that this is a battle between them, I think. See if they say anything about it. Kieran Dyer, top of the dribbles. Again, another thing you'd be happy about. And Shearer, Murat, Shearer, another Shearer in the leaderboard there. Laurent Robert. But the shots on target, I mean, for only 7 players to be hitting 70% of shots on target, there are usually more, aren't there?
Yes.
Definitely. Anyway, a quick look here at. Let's skip through these. Celtic, that was it. I missed it, but Celtic just won the Champions League.
Yeah, it was kept doing it on my.
No, they didn't. They lost the Champions League. They lost it on penalties. I thought they'd won it on penalties. Yep, close there. Who missed the penalties there? Valgaeren, Riley, who's fake, and Chris Sutton missed the penalty. Yeah, well, to be honest, they deserve to lose if he took a penalty. So, yeah, John Lowe, fake player. Michael McLeod, fake. John Thompson, Stephen Smith. They've done quite well with a very, very fake side. And Real Madrid with a 4 for Conceição. A fake Cuesta and Funes. These massive Spanish names, lots and lots of fake players in the teams. Anyway, before I bore everyone to death, thank you very much, David, for your insight tonight. And as I said, welcome back for the rest of the season. And welcome back. You're welcome back during the rest of the season. And Wolfie, great to have Wolfie on tonight, and all the other people who joined in the chat. Thanks so much, and we'll see you again soon in 2 weeks' time. Good night.
Bye, everyone.